This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Nittany Lions Softball Park, Beard Fields in University Park, Pennsylvania, where today history writes another chapter in a classic high school showdown. It's the PIAA Class 2A state championship game, and we've got a rematch of last year's title game. The South Williamsport Mountaineers return to the big stage for the 5th time in school history, while on the other side, the Neshannock Lancers are back for the 3rd time in the last 4 years and are looking to defend their crown and prove once again why they're the team to beat in Class 2A. Live here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside me, Lee Moan, on the call here today. Lee, let's take a deep dive into last year's 2024 Class 2A championship game between these two teams, a 12-2 win for the Neshannock Lancers.
Yeah, it was a short game, 5 innings, because Neshannock absolutely rolled against South Williamsport, but two basically the same teams for the most part. We'll dive into that a little bit later. But last year, the Neshannock had their way on the way to that undefeated state championship. So they're trying to do the same thing here this year.
Yeah, so I want to take a dive into who played for both of these teams in the championship game last year and what they did and what they accomplished across. So for Neshannock, Miley Anderson had a run, a walk, and 2 at-bats. Jaden Nogue, 3 at-bats, 3 runs, 3 hits. One of them was a double. Addie Fry, 2 at-bats, scored a run, 2 RBIs, a walk, and a home run. Gabby Quinn also hit a home run, had 4 RBIs with 2 hits and 3 at-bats. Anna Measle had 2 at-bats and a walk, and Kaylee Biondi, 3 at-bats with a run and a hit, which was a double. And then Addie Fry pitched in that state championship game last year, pitched 5 complete innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. And then on the other side of things for South Williamsport, all 9 players are returning this year. They did not have a single senior play in that championship game who graduated. And Elizabeth Schuler and Kendall Cardone got the ball for South Williamsport in those games. 3 complete innings pitched by Elizabeth Schuler and 1 complete inning pitched by Kendall Cardone. So for Neshannock, the players that played but missed out, Gabby Parad, Catherine Nativio, and Ali Giordano. So a couple losses here for the Lancers coming into this year.
But you still got the same basics in Addie Fry. You know, that's the mainstay right there, the Providence recruit. She's been absolutely outstanding for the Neshannock all year. You got that. You got a great catcher in Gabby Quinn. Your outfield is like, runs a 4-400, I swear, between Anderson and Jaden Nogue. They cover a lot of ground, which you're going to have to on this field here at Penn State.
Yeah, now let's take a look at the path for each of these teams to get to this point. We'll start with South Williamsport and the District 4 playoffs. They came in as the #1 seed out of District 4 and only played 2 games. First game was in the semifinal round, a 10-0 win versus Wyomissing. And then a 11-1 win against Troy. You know, I wrote that out phonetically, and I still butchered it.
Don't worry about it. It happens.
And then out of the PIAA playoffs, first game at Holy Redeemer, a 10-0 win for the Mountaineers, and then a 4-2 win against West Shamokin. And then out in the semifinal round, 9-5 win against Williams Valley. While on the other side for Neshannock, had to play a couple more games than that, even though out of District 7 came out as the #1 seed as well. Beat Burgettstown 15-0 in only 3 innings. Beat Apollo Ridge 14-2 in 5 innings. Beat Bentworth 4-1 in the semifinal round. And then in the championship game out of the WPIAL, a 7-1 win against Chartiers Houston. And then out of the PIAA playoffs, a 10-0 win in 5 innings against Sharpsville. And then in the quarterfinal round, a 5-3 win against Chestnut Ridge. And then in the semifinal round, a rematch of the WPIAL District 7 championship game against Chartiers Houston. This one a much different story. Instead of 7-1, a 12-1 victory for the Lancers in only 5 innings.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I was distracted there from you. So, so South Williamsport, a few losses this year, Tyler, but still a very, very good team. As I said, we'll dive into some of the commits, a lot of D2 and D3 commits here from South Williamsport. I love the nickname, the Mounties, from South Williamsport, So they're used to seeing good Little League baseball because that's where the Little League World Series is, but so great softball team here, and it should be a fun challenge between these two schools.
Yeah, coming in today, South Williamsport an 18-5 record. Had a couple of losses on the season. They lost 12-9 in extra innings. That game went 9 innings, a 12-9 loss against Grove City. A 4-3 loss, also in extra innings. This one in 8 innings to Warrior Run, 4-3. They lost to Bald Eagle, 1-0. Lost to Abington Heights, 11-3. And then at Athens, a 3-0 loss. And it's been strong win streak for the Mounties, and then a couple losses and back to a win streak. Haven't had more than a 6-game win streak for the Mountaineers, which is what they're coming into today on a 6-game win streak. So far throughout the entirety of the playoffs in the season, have scored a total of 203 runs opposed to giving up 69. That's a run differential of +134 for the 4th-ranked team in all of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're batting over 300 for the year, 384 average on the year. So this team can flat out hit the ball pretty well. So they also have 24 home runs on the year, led by Lily Reedy, who has 5 home runs. But they got a couple players with 4, 2, 3. Actually, I'm sorry, Elizabeth Shoulder leads with 7 home runs. I apologize for that. But this team can they can flat out hit the ball. But they're going to have their challenge against Addie Fry, though.
Yeah, Neshannock Lancers 25-0 record, a streak that's lasted since 2023, exactly 2 years ago today, a 9-6 loss against Everett in the PIAA semifinal round. But these Lancers won 99 of their last 100 games, current win streak at 51 in that span alone. 280 runs scored, gave up 28, 252 run differential for the #1 ranked team across PA, and a national rankings according to Max Preps, number 16 on the Big 25.
Yeah, it's just for us. Yeah, I don't know how they rank over 2,000, 3,000 high school softball teams, but still quite an honor. I mean, to have number 16.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to step aside for right now. We'll come back with the starting lineups for both South Williamsport and Neshannock. You're listening to all this here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Acts today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder.
It won't repeat anymore. Welcome back in here on Lawrence County SportsNet. Audio-only broadcast here today from University Park, PA, Beard Field, in a very beautiful athletic complex here for all around Penn State University. As to kick things off, let's look at today's starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. For the Neshannock Lancers, the away team in this one. Miley Anderson will lead things off over in left field. Jada Nogue will bat second in center field. Addie Fry will bat third. Gabby Quinn will bat at the cleanup spot, batting fifth. Gianna Paglia, batting sixth. Callie Biondi, batting seventh. Peyton Newman, batting eighth. Out in right field, Gianna DeSalvo and Brianna Frengel will bat ninth over at second base. It's Anderson, Nogue, Fry, Quinn, Paglia, Biondi, Newman, DeSalvo, and Frengel.
And our defensive alignment sponsored by BedorBonnerLaw.com. Elizabeth Scholler on the mound, Lily Reedy behind the plate, Abby Lorson at first, Sage Lorson at second, Gianna Goodman at short, Kendall Cardone at third. First pitch inside, left to right, Maddie Pinkerton, Micaiah Hills, and Sage Lorson. And I made a mistake, so go ahead.
First pitch delivery brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Called Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Low drag bunt, go back to the pitcher, and Scholler throw on to first in time to get out Miley Anderson.
Good play there. The speedy Anderson doesn't get caught too often on that. Good play by the catcher there, 2-3. Emma McLaughlin at second base for the Mounties. She's the flex player today.
Jaden Nogue will step in now with one away here, nobody out. First pitch called a strike.
That's a huge start for the Mounties too, to keep Anderson off the bag.
And Anderson coming in today, a .532 batting average for her. A little bit of a change up just outside.
Mountie fans wanted it.
Count 1-1. There's a lot of blue, there's a lot of red. Packed house here from University Park. 1-1 pitch, calling a strike right there on the inside corner to Nogue, 1-2.
Yeah, she's going to be off to Kent State after today to continue her career. Also part of the volleyball team and the basketball team at Neshannock. Or actually, she's only a junior, excuse me.
1-2. A soft hit, caught out by short by Gianna Goodman for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, just a check swing. She was trying to slap that ball, and unfortunately the check swing for Jaden.
Addie Fry will step in. .545 batting average. First pitch, change up, called for a strike right there on the outside corner.
Yeah, I mentioned Addie earlier in the pregame. She's heading to Providence. Looks like Scholler's gonna, looks like she's changing speeds quite a bit right now.
Another slow pitch there, just a little high, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, she's not throwing hard. Try to keep this Neshannock powerful offense off balance all day if they can.
1-1 pitch, low, hits the dirt. 2-1 the count now.
Yeah, I mentioned the last broadcast, Addie Fry, the youngest of seven children.
2-1 pitch, this one driven out towards center field. Hills will move back for it, it's gone! A home run by Addie Fry, number 9 on the season, gives the Lancers a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Changeup didn't work that time. Addie Fry was all over it. 220 straight away, and that was about 235. Ball absolutely crushed by Addie Fry.
It got enough to get out of here as Micaiah Hills out in center field drifted back for it, and all what she can do is watch it go over her head, and the Lancers take a 1-0 lead.
Not a good place to miss with the changeup. Let her high.
Gabby Quinn now comes in. She leads the team in home runs with 11. 1-0 the count. Gabby Quinn batting .423. Swung on and missed right through it. 1-1 the count. One nothing lead for Neshannock.
Yeah, beautiful complex here at Penn State, Beard Field.
1-1 pitch, inside and low, 2-1 the count.
Gabby Quinn also going to be off to Kent State.
Here's the 2-1. Called strike 2, evens up the count.
Yeah, the All-State player in Gabby. Quite a few All-State players on both sides. That's why they're here.
Here's the 2-2 from Scholler. Fouled back to the backstop. Count remains 2-2.
Noticed not a lot of off speed against Gabby Quinn after the first
fry.
few batters. After those last few batters, she was mixing things up. Not this time.
It's a beautiful morning for baseball, or for softball, excuse me. This one grounded out right back to Scholler. Throw on to first in time for the third out. Another 1-3 ground out, but it's Addie Fry who gets the scoring started for the Lancers with a solo home run out towards center. Is now we're gonna keep it here and go over the starting lineups for the South Williamsport Mounties. Gianna Goodman will lead things off over at shortstop, batting second. Micaiah Hills out in center field. Elizabeth Scholler will bat third. She's the starting pitcher. Batting at the cleanup spot, Lily Reedy behind the plate. Batting fifth, Kendall Cardone over at third base. Batting sixth out in right field, Sage Lorson, the senior. Batting seventh, it's Sage Lorson's little cousin, Abby Lorson, over at first base. Batting eighth, Maddie Pinkerton, the junior, out in left field. And Emily Holtzapple, the designated player, will bat ninth. That's Goodman, Hills, Scholler, Reedy, Cardone, Lorson, Pinkerton, and Holtzapple for the South Williamsport Mounties.
Yeah, Medora Bonner Law's flexible appointment hours. They have a team of experienced lawyers and staff always ready to help. MedoraBonnerLaw.com, your defensive alignment. Addie Fry on the mound, Gabby Quinn behind the plate, Gianna Paglia at first, Brenna Frankel at second, Calais Biondi at short, Olivia Lambo is at third from left to right, Anderson, Nogue, and DeSalvo. I want to remind everybody today's broadcast is being brought to you by the attorney Larry Kelly, proudly serving the community for over 20 years. Congratulations to the Lady Lancers on your continued success and good luck at states. And by the way, without these sponsors we're reading that we've read all along, and today's especially, this stuff doesn't happen. So please patronize all these sponsors. When you see them, tell them thank you, for all their great help, because I said without them, this doesn't happen.
Addie Fry, today's starting pitcher for the Lancers, 121 complete innings pitched, giving up 65 hits, 218 strikeouts, and 15 walks. Drag bunt, she's got to stay in fair territory and drift, foul.
Boy, what play there by Paglia. She was going to pick it up. That ball just almost died about 15 feet up the line. Had just enough English on it that was able to spin foul. Paglia reached for it first, and then it's like, I better not touch it. It spins foul, then she touched it for just a harmless strike.
It's an 0-1 count to Gianna Goodman. This one, another drag bunt coming up for it, throwing on to first by Lambo, not in time.
Is she out, though? It's a foul baller. I thought she was out of the box, but we will find out.
Well,
no, they're going to say she was in the box as a foul ball, so it goes to strike two.
Yeah, the third base umpire waved down and said it's a foul ball. It hit her front ankle, it looks like, and it did look like it had a little bit of a deflection coming off the bat.
Oh, I thought for sure it definitely hit her. It's just a matter of whether she's in the box or not. They said she was still in the box, so it goes as a strike two.
0-2 pitch, foul tip by Goodman. Nobody on, nobody out. Neshannock up in front, 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first.
You have three different players with over 100 hits in their career. And Goodman, one of them, 114 hits in her career batting average of .393. That's why she's off to Lockhaven.
Yeah, Gianna Goodman batting .350 just in her senior season. This one's popped up. This one's going to drift out of play. Count will remain 1-2. Yeah, Addie Fry, a .75 ERA on the season and 23 game start, has a career record of 80-1. This one, a high chopper caught by Fry. She drops it, and Goodman will stand in tall at first.
I would say that's going to be an error on Fry because she just dropped the ball, tried to pull the ball out of her glove. I would assume that should be an E1.
I'd assume so too. They're going to roll it a hit.
Okay. We'll go with the official score. It was a slow hop, 2-hopper, so I mean.
Showing Button pulling back. Runner goes for second. A wild throw by Quinn. Sliding into second is Goodman. And the first runner in scoring position today.
Her 62nd career stolen base. Micaiah Hills, second team All-Stater.
Showing Button, that hits Micaiah Hills.
Yeah, the bunt went right into her stomach.
Got a piece of the bat and drove it right back into her stomach.
Actually, they're saying it hit her. It did, he missed the bunt. So the ball did not hit the bat, it hits Micaiah Hills right in the stomach, so a hit batter. Interesting.
You know,
well, we're off to an interesting start here in this first inning, huh?
Yeah, wild base hit and then hit by a pitch. First pitch called a strike to Elizabeth Schuler.
Mentioned earlier, she leads the teams in home runs with 7.
.564 batting average, 38 RBIs, leads the team. Count 0-2 now to Schuler.
Also part of the volleyball team is Elizabeth. And it's A-L-I-Z, not E. So it's a different spell. I like it, Elizabeth instead of Elizabeth.
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, first strikeout on the day for Addie Fry as she gets Schuler out for the first out.
Yeah, big out right there after, you know, the cheap hit that they got and then the hit batsman. You want to come back strong, and Addie just did that.
Lily Reedy will step in. Right-hander, first pitch fouled off into the netting.
She's the other player with 100 career hits, 110 career hits for Lily, 406 career batting average.
Oh, 1 pitch by Fry, just a bit high, evens the count 1-1.
Yeah, these players have been playing a long time together, which we'll dive into as the broadcast goes on. A lot of success.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Lily Reedy with 2 on.
Yeah, she picked her up her 100th career hit May 6th of this year.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts by Addie Fry, and gets 2 very important outs here with 2 on and a runner in scoring position.
Yep, that ball probably out of the strike zone a little bit, swung at that high fastball.
So 2 outs now here in the bottom half of the first. Neshannock up in front, 1-0. First pitch swung on and missed by Kendall Cardone.
Yeah, she's the backup pitcher for South Williamsport, pitched a couple innings last year.
The Mounties only have pitched 2 players all year. One's Cardone and the other one is today's starting pitcher in Elizabeth Schuler. Count 1-1 to Kendall Cardone. Cardone has 18 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. One, 2 count now to Cardone. Fry kicks and fires. Foul tipped.
Yeah, 200 down the lines here at Beard Field, and mentioned earlier, 220 straight away with a high fence too. So
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three, strikeout number 3 by Addie Fry. She strikes out the last 3 batters after giving 2 batters on base, one hit, and 2 girls left on base here in the bottom half of the first. We played 1 complete. It's the Neshannock Lancers 1 and South Williamsport 0.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Top half of the second inning here from Beard Field. Class 2A state championship game between the South Williamsport Mounties and the Neshannock Lancers. Lancers up in front 1-0. First pitch grounded out towards third. Scooped up by Cardone. Gets it across the diamond for the first out.
Yeah, ball right along the line. As you mentioned, Cardone made a nice strong throw over there. Padlia, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, just went right down the line the whole way there, and fortunately for Cardone, stays in fair territory. First pitch fouled off the back leg of Callie Biondi.
You don't see that often, and we've seen it 3 or 4 times already here in the first.
I don't think
7 outs.
I've maybe seen that maybe 2 times ever, like for softball ones.
Yeah, and fouled in the box here.
1-0-1 pitch driven out towards left field. That is just foul. Hits right off the wall in foul territory.
Again, ahead of the changeup though, as Scholler tried to go changeup, and Biondi all over it. Unfortunately, hit foul. He said it hit on the warning track, probably about 10 feet foul down the left field line.
0-2, the count now to Biondi. This one just off the plate, now 1-2.
Good pitch, though. Beautiful pitch, maybe a couple inches outside.
Tried to hit the outside corner. Just misses. 1-2, the count, 1 out, nobody on.
Good.
Called strike 3.
Very good pitch. Peyton Newman healthy again, back in the lineup here.
4 pitches in the inning and already 2 outs here by South Williamsport. Now Peyton Newman steps in, the designated player. She hits one right back to Scholler. Quick throw on to first. Well in time to make the play. 3 up, 3 down here in the top half of the second. We played 1.5 complete here from Beard Field. Neshannock Lancers lead South Williamsport 1-0. You've been listening to this audio-only broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIAL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIAL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
We played 1.5 complete. Here, Class 2A championship game. Neshannock up in front, 1-0. Sage Lorson will lead things off here for the Mounties.
Yeah, we talked about how these players have been playing together for a lot of years, and back in 2019 they were part of the Low League World Series softball teams. Cardone, Reedy got to go out to Oregon.
1-1 pitch. This one's driven out towards deep right field. Running back is DeSalvo. Goes over her head and off the wall. She will stand at second. A lean-off double by Sage Lorson.
Yeah, going off the wall as a right fielder. DeSalvo got turned around out there, and the ball hits off the middle of the wall, and the ball bounces back off the wall, but Lorson, unfortunately, not a lot of speed there for Sage. She stayed at second base. Probably could have had 3, but chose to play it safe, down 1-0 here in the second.
Perfect start here in the bottom half of the second for South Williamsport. Showing bunt and getting it down was Abigail Lorson, but that one drifts foul.
Well, you remember, to remind everybody, today's broadcast brought to you by Mateo & Sons Weed and Pest Control. They've been serving Lawrence and Mercer County, pest control, vegetation control, perimeter, and tick control. Free estimates, fully insured, over 30 years of experience.
Showing bunt again, getting it down. Picked up by Quinn, high throw, that goes out into right. Here comes Sage, she will score. Goes into the dugout and back out. Will they give her third base?
Will they give her home?
Umpires are going to converge.
Yeah, they're going to give her home. She had second base at the time of that throw.
Yeah, and they'll give her third. Oh.
Yep, they're going to give her home, my friend. In high school softball, the throw, they're going to talk. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over.
And now the first base umpire wants to come out, but yeah, that's the proper call. Yeah, give her a base, give the base hit, the E2 on the throw, and then the E9 as the ball went into the dugout. So we got a 2-1 game, but just a good bunt there by Abby Lorson. Right, the throw went wide from Gabby Quinn, goes in the right field, and then the right fielder in DeSalvo throws it over the catch. She tried to come home as it just threw it in the infield to try to get the player home. The ball goes way wide into the dugout, but at the time of the throw, the runner, Abby Lorson, was standing on second base. So it's 2 bases from at the time of where the right fielder throws that ball when it comes out of her hand. They rule that Abby was standing on second base. So it's 2 bases from time of the throw. You give her home. Looked like a proper call. You do not see that often, because most of the time you're just going to do the conventional 1-1. You know, she's on third, but that's a great call. I mean, even though we're here in Lawrence County, I call it like it is. That's a great on-top call, perfect call there, unfortunately.
No argument there by the Neshannock coaching staff as well. So it's a 2-1 ball game now. South Williamsport in front. They'll get their first lead. Count 1-0 to Maddie Pinkerton. Stands on with nobody on and nobody out. This one hit foul down the first base side. Just got past Gianna Paglia over at first.
And I want to after this pitch here. We'll get back as Pinkerton up.
Swung on and missed by Pinkerton. Now 1-2 the count.
We're talking about Mateo and Sons Weed and Pest Control. I want to thank, you can call Frank at 724-656-0462.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fry able to get her 4th strikeout today in the first out of the second.
So that's Frank at 656-0462. Mateo's Sons Weed and Pest Control. Thanks for jumping aboard, Frank. Appreciate it.
Emily Holtzapple stands in. First pitch high, right at the eye level of Holtzapple, 1-0.
So last time the Neshannock Lancers lost, they had 6 errors in that game against Everett.
Short pop up, Fry coming in for it. She will make the catch right on the first baseline for the second out.
Yeah, they had a very bad game in Dubois against Everett in the PIAA semifinals. They said that's the last time they lost. 2 errors here in the second inning. They trailed 2-1.
So the batting order flips over now to the top of the order. And Gianna Goodman, 1 for 1 today.
Yeah, Goodman going to be off to Lockhaven.
First pitch by Fry. Called for a strike with the fastball.
High strike there.
Two outs, nobody on. Williamsport in front, 2-1. On swung on and missed. That pitch was outside to Goodman. Now 0-2 the count.
Yeah, go back to that play. Well, I'll get into the next inning.
1-1 count.
I think Addie's going to come up with something big here.
High pop up. This one's a get out of play.
Actually, I'll go back to it. In the regular season, you might not get that call for the runner at second base because you only have 2 umpires and they're looking at different things. But with 4 umpires, everybody has their own where they need to be looking, and that was a great job, I said, by the second base umpire to notice that.
One driven out towards left. That's down for a base hit. Hits off the knee of Miley Anderson. That kicks out towards the corner. She stands in at second. Gianna Goodman is 2 for 2. She thought about going for 3, but retreated back to second. Played it safe.
And they're going to give her a single and an E7 on that. As Anderson, he said, played it safe, but unfortunately the ball bounced it off the knee. So 3 errors here in this inning. Everything unraveling right now. The good thing is it's only the second inning, Tyler. Uncharacteristic of this the Neshannock team right now.
0-1 pitch to Micaiah Hill, swung on and missed for strike 2.
But you got to give credit to South Williamsport. They're applying the pressure, and the Neshannock right now not handling it right now. So give credit to the Mounties.
In a game last year that ended in a 12-2 win against these two teams, Neshannock got the win in that one. A little bit of a revenge tour for South Williamsport in a rematch.
Yeah, the same team from last year, but a different team.
0-2 the count to Micaiah Hills. This one's popped up. That one will get out of play on the second straight pitch.
Yeah, how much fun that must have been as 12 and 13-year-olds go out to Oregon to play for a World Series, Little League World Series.
Oh, 0-2 pitch by Fry, swung on and missed. Strike 3, Fry gets out of the second inning with strikeout number 5. But 3 errors are made by this Neshannock Lancers defense, and South Williamsport brings home 2. They take a 2-1 lead after 2 complete innings here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builders has been building our community for 70 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not?
2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, and 1 left on base. There in the bottom half of the second, South Williamsport takes a 2-1 lead over the Neshannock Lancers. Gianna DeSalvo lead things off for Neshannock, up in the count 1-0. Shoulder winds and fires. Slower speed pitch. Called for a strike, 1-1.
Third inning brought to you by the Neshannock Township Supervisors.
Here's the 1-1 to DeSalvo. This one's hit out and towards left and in there for a base hit. A leadoff single by Gianna DeSalvo. Puts a base runner aboard for the Lancers.
Big thank you to the Township Supervisors and the entire Neshannock community supporting the amazing student athletes in our district. Thanks to the Township Supervisors as Brenna Fringle will step in. Expect a bunt here, I think, by Brenna. Nope. Yep.
Fringle shows bunt, gets back to Schuler, throw on to first, gets Fringle out at first, but if she does her job, she advances to Salva to second, a sacrifice bunt.
Nice play by Scholler. She got there quick. Man, nice strong throw. Good hustle up the line there by Fringle. Let's see if Miley Anderson can get on. One of the rare times she was not on here in that first inning.
Top of the order up for Neshannock, a slow pitch, low. Called a strike. Right there at the knees on Miley Anderson. Oh, 1 pitch by Scholler. This one roped out, caught over at second by Emma McLaughlin and couldn't get the ball out of her glove to throw back to second as DeSalvo was a quarter of the way already to third and had to scurry on back to the second base back.
That's what's when you wins your championships right down. Great play by McLaughlin to go into her right, dive and makes that catch, but just couldn't get enough on the throw. The hesitation there, couldn't get the ball out of the glove. 2 outs.
Jaden Nogay comes up, soft pop up in the infield, and it's dropped by Goodman. Throw to the plate. They're gonna get DeSalvo out at the plate as she was coming home. So even with the ball dropped, they do get the third out. And after the top half of the third inning, South Williamsport still has a 2-1 lead over the Lancers, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Bottom half of the third inning here from Beard Field at Penn State University. First pitch swung on and missed by Elizabeth Schuler.
Schuler going to be off to Bloomsburg. Also, the 100 career hits for Elizabeth.
Count 0-2 to Schuler. Fry already has 5. Just outside. Count runs 1-2.
Good miss.
Schuler 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging in her last at bat. One, two. This one's turned out towards center. Nogue is there out in center, just a couple steps over to her right to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, hit it right. The old Adam bomb right there. Nogue, he said, only had to go about 6 or 7 steps. Nogue playing in about 10 steps in the right center field. I mean, they're really expecting South Williamsport to not get around on Fry's fastball.
Lily Reedy steps in. She swings right through that one for strike 1.
And this is you can drive a Mack truck through it in left center field.
Fry wide. She fires the 0-1. Fastball calling for strike 2. 0-2 the count now.
Yeah, Lily Reedy going to be off to Seton Hill for her college career. Also plays volleyball for the Mounties.
0-2 pitch. Just outside and off the plate on a high heater. Count 1-2.
Yeah, very important. I mean, the way the Neshannock's played here through these first 2 and 3rd innings, I mean, you need to really buckle down.
1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Second strikeout by Lily Reedy. As she watches that one go by. 6 strikeouts now on the day for Addie Fry.
Yeah, very big right there. You don't want to give any more confidence to the Mounties because the Mounties are playing extremely well right now. With 2 outs as Kendall Cardone steps in.
Cardone watches the first pitch go by for a strike.
Yeah, Cardone, when she was 13, she was part of the Home Run Derby National Tournament, finished in the finals of that when she was 13. And baseball, not softball, baseball for the Home Run Derby for Little League.
Count 1-1 now to Cardone. 1-1 swung on right through it. Now 1-2. Cardone 0 for 1 today. Struck out in her last at bat. Fry fires the 1-2. Just off the plate.
Another good 0-2 pitch, though.
Count now 2-2. South Williamsport up in front, 2-1 over Neshannock. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. This one will get out of play.
We don't have to worry about cars here.
No, we don't.
Our cars are safe here at Beard Field. Don't have to worry about foul balls.
I don't know where you're parked, but we're behind all the trees out in left field.
Yeah, I think that's where I am, the media lot.
2-2 pitch by Fry. This one's fouled off and off the netting.
Yeah, I tried to park somewhere earlier, and they said, you're not on the list. I said, oh, jeez. So found out the parking lot where I was supposed to be.
Here's the 2-2 from Fry. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Addie Fry, and number 7 on the day. She goes 1, 2, 3 here in the third. We played 3 complete from Beard Field at Penn State University. Scored South Williamsport 2, Neshannock 1.
And time for our Melee Minute here from Beard Field. And guess what? We have a golf outing coming up on June 28th. It's only a couple weeks away. June 28th at Castle Hills at 2 o'clock. The Chaussee Open. We handed out our first $1,000 scholarships to Abigail Richards from Laurel, and then that's what this golf outing does. It's gonna hand out scholarships every year to the students who go into broadcasting of some sort, or broadcasting journalism in that field. So June 28th, $320 a team. Still looking for a couple more teams for the Chaussee Open. Castle Hills, 2 p.m. Shotgun start, and we got some form of dead animal on a plate for our food, as Chaussee would say back in his days. And if everything goes well here from Beard Field, we're going to have some beef sticks in everybody's goodie bag. We will find we're trying to do that. So please, if you can, go irishlee101010 at gmail.com. Go irishlee101010 at gmail.com. All the information is on the Lawrence County website.
Thank you, Lee. Our Melee Minute. Addie Fry will kick things off for Neshannock. Gabby Quinn and Gianna Paglia all due up here for the Lancers here in the top half of the fourth. First pitch down low to Fry for a ball.
And real quick, our next broadcast is tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. The Union Scotties will be trying to win a state championship.
For their first one ever. This one grounded out to Cardone, throw on to first in time for the first out.
Yeah, just caught the handle that time. The weak ground ball to third.
Very soft roller out to Cardone at third. Gabby Quinn will step in. She is 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, Gabby also the homecoming queen at Neshannock this year.
Here's the 0-1. It's fouled off.
Quinn, a very capable home run threat too.
Yeah, leads the team in homers. Has 11. Addie Fry is in second. She has 9 now on the year. Very soft changeup. Called for a strike. 0-2 now to Gabby Quinn.
She's thrown that changeup extremely well, except once.
Scholler kicks and fires outside. Now 1-2.
Boy, she's the spin. They talk about spin rate. She's got a lot of spin on that ball. Really diving and doing some different things. Very impressed with Scholler here early on.
1-2 pitch. This one driven down towards right field, drifting into foul territory, but making the catch out and right by Sage Lawson for the second out of the inning.
Boy, she had a long way to go in foul territory. Stretched out that glove at the last second and was able to make the snow cone catch. Let's see, green. Would that be apple?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go with an apple snow cone for right fielder Sage Lawson. Nice play as Paglia steps in.
You and I both had to look out far to even see that one, as
I barely got it. Nice play, though. Hey, South Williamsport's playing winning softball right now. Mistake-free ball, timely hitting, and taking advantage of the errors.
1-0 pitch to Paglia, grounded out to third. Cardone scoops it up, throw on to first in time for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Lancers. After 3.5 complete, South Williamsport still stands in front, 2-1, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
More and more, people are consuming information on screens. Businesses that want to engage, educate, or entertain clients are turning to Toshiba to provide inspired communication with digital signage experiences that attract attention in novel and entertaining ways. Information needs to be managed to be effective, and organizations can trust Toshiba to provide solutions for improved workflow, which help to securely store, organize, and manage information, whether in digital or physical form. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Back here for the bottom half of the fourth inning. Here from Beard Field, South Williamsport up in front 2-1 over Neshannock. Count 1-0 to Sage Lorson. Fastball calling for a strike right at the letters.
Mateo and Sons Weed and Pest Control bring you today's fourth inning. Good luck to Coach Lash and the Neshannock Lancers softball team as they head to the PIAA State Championship.
1-1 pitch by Fry, down low, into the dirt, 2-1. So far, 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error made by South Williamsport. For Neshannock, it's 1 run, 2 hits, and 3 errors.
Yeah, it's a shoddy second inning costing Neshannock right now.
All 3 errors being made by Neshannock in that second inning. Count now 2-2. A little bit of a weird reaction out in the crowd on both sides, but it's calling a strike to Lorson.
Yeah, high strike.
Home plate umpire has a little bit of a delayed reaction when it called strikes. It's like anticipation builds. Is it a strike? Is it a ball when it's on those outside corners? Count full now. Sage Lorson, nobody on, nobody out. Fouls tips this one out to the backstop. Count remains full.
You mentioned earlier that Sage and Abigail are cousins, both seniors. Abby's the one with 100 hits, not Sage.
Full count pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, called by Sage Lorson.
Addie's doing her thing.
Gets the first out of the inning.
8 strikeouts for Addie.
Now Sage's cousin, Abby Lorson, step in now for the Mounties.
She has 102 career hits, does Abby. Sage had 91, so pretty even.
First pitch swung on and missed for a strike.
Really similar stats the whole way along the way between Sage and Abby.
0-1 pitch. Inside, called for a strike on the inside corner. Lorson flinched back at that one, thought it was a little bit too inside, but strike called nonetheless.
Gonna go with what the umpire's calling.
0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch, foul tip caught by Quinn. Strikeout number 9 now for Fry.
Yeah, let's get this out and then go try to solve Elizabeth Scholler.
Maddie Pinkerton steps in now. 0 for 1 today. Struck out back in the second. First pitch fouled on back. 0-1.
She's part of the basketball team also at South Williamsport. She'll be crowded in a couple months for the Little League Baseball World Series.
0-1 pitch outside for a ball.
I never got a chance to experience that.
I haven't either.
I mean, it's free too. Yeah, you go in and it's all free. $20 hot dog. No, I'm just kidding. That's PNC Park.
They get you with the paying for hotels and stuff for people who are traveling out there and
Oh,
everything.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You're saying the hotel prices go up that time of year in Williamsport?
Oh, definitely. No doubt. Not for these South Williamsport Mounties. It's pretty much right in their backyard.
Yeah.
1-2 the count. Pinkerton. This one bounces off the dirt before reaching the plate. 2-2 the count.
No, hotels would never do that just because it's a big thing coming in. They'd never do that.
Two the count to Pinkerton. Here's the 2-2. This one popped up and it's going to get out of play.
It's like the Jeep Fest in Butler this weekend. You know, I'm sure the hotel prices are just a little high in Butler right now because of the Jeep Festival and the surrounding area. Well, with the Open too, the U.S. Open going on, couldn't you imagine what the hotel prices are like?
2-2. Foul tip caught again by Quinn. Strikeout number 10 for Addie Fry. And down go the Mounties, 1-2-3 again. We've played 4 complete here. You're listening all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Top half of the 5th inning here from Beard Park. 2-1 South Williamsport up in front. First pitch to Kaylee Biondi, inside for a ball.
And Neshannock only with 2 hits. They're really having problems with the shoulder right now today.
1-0 pitch. This one grounded out towards Cardone. Throw on to first in time for the first out.
And you get a very good third baseman, her 5th assist of the day for Callie Cardone at third. And that shows you they're getting around on that changeup and just can't put it into play. I want to thank attorney Larry Kelly, proudly serving the community for over 20 years. Congratulations to the Lady Lancers on your continued success, and good luck today here in the championship game from Larry Kelly.
Peyton Newman steps in. She watched the first pitch go by, down low for a ball.
Their sister Hunter at Morgan State playing the softball. Peyton, part of the KDK Super 7 basketball squad.
1-0 pitch, another changeup there for a strike on the outside corner.
I don't know if you didn't get a chance to see Peyton play basketball, did you?
No,
oh,
I did not.
What a beast. Just a force inside for the Lancers.
I covered a Neshannock basketball game 2 years ago, and I think that was the last time I have seen their women's basketball.
And that's when Hunter was causing havoc in the lanes. Another good change up there by Scholler. She is really mixing things up well.
Yeah, 1-2 count now to Newman. Scholler winds and fires the 1-2. Down low, hits the dirt. 2-2 now.
The coaching staff is calling a great game. I'll tell you that. Coach Tom O'Malley.
Here's the 2-2. Off the glove of Carcone, picked up over at short by Goodman. Long throw over, not in time. Newman's gonna get there safely and a runner aboard for the Lancers.
The way this day's going, I thought that Goodman was gonna make the strong throw and get the out. as that ball deflected off Cardone's glove. Goodman deep in the hole. Made it a really nice throw, but Newman able to beat it out.
So an infield single for Peyton Newman. Puts a runner on board for the Lancers. First pitch change up, calling a strike to DeSalvo.
Yeah, Coach Tom O'Malley in his 6th year here at South Williamsport. 2nd straight championship appearance mentioned earlier.
0-1 pitch, calling a strike right there on the outside corner, 0-2.
Boy, she hitting her spots well.
The 0-2 pitch, outside for a ball, 1-2.
Yeah. Before you were even born, Tyler, Tom O'Malley played in the Major League Baseball from 1982 to 1990.
1-2, just outside, make it 2-2.
Yeah, I remember the name. He played for the Giants,
Yeah.
the White Sox, the Orioles, the Rangers, and the old Montreal Expos.
See, I knew that he played for the Giants.
Yeah. Had a nice long career. 8 years.
Here's the 2-2. Get in front, little soft grounder. Cardone has it. Bobbled out by second by McLaughlin. Now heading for third is Newman. She's in there standing. DeSalvo makes it to first. Runners on the corners now for the Lancers.
Yeah, it can go I'm going to go E4. I mean, that. It's a fielder's choice for DeSalvo, and I'm going to go E4 on that. It's a pretty good throw. It was a hard throw, but I mean, should have been able to catch it. It was right there. Ball deflects off the gloves, so he said Peyton Newman ending up in third. DeSalvo ends up at first in the fielder's choice. Probably she had to play at second. I thought maybe take the sure out at first, but she chose to go to second. So Neshannock has to take advantage here. First and third and 1 out. See what they got going with Frango up. Sacrificed their first time up.
Yeah, sacrifice bunt, advanced DeSalvo to second in her last at bat. First pitch, just off the plate for a ball. Got to capitalize here if you are the Lancers.
Especially with Fry. I mean, she's in a groove right now.
Top of the order, and Miley Anderson on deck for Neshannock. 1-0 pitch. This one driven out to center and in there for a base hit. We are all tied here from Beard Field. A Toshiba RBI single by Brenna Frengel.
Circle that for a possible Melee chiropractic play of the game. What a clutch hit there to tie this game up, and turn the order over from the number 9 hitter in DeSalvo. What a great hit there.
DeSalvo goes to second. Frengel on first in a now 2-2 ball game here in the Class 2A softball championship game. Miley Anderson. First pitch calling for a strike right at the knees.
Yeah, Anderson, you will not hear us say this often, 0 for 2 on the day.
Here's the 0-1. Anderson watches it go by outside, 1-1.
Boy, Maddie Pinkerton really shallow out in left field. Anderson's got some pop going that way. She gets it over her head, she's running forever.
1-2, this one's grounded into the hole by the glove of Larson. Staying at third is DeSalvo. Base is now fully loaded for Jaden Nogue.
Yeah, right decision there. Not a lot of speed in DeSalvo going around third. So a good hold there. And they're looking for interference. They're saying that ball hit the runner, possibly. The umpires are going to talk about that. Coach O'Malley looking. I mean, from my angle, I did not see the ball hitting the runner. I don't know about you, Tyler.
I don't know. I'm kind of watching a replay on it now.
Hey, Tom O'Malley's he's been around baseball and softball for a lot of years. He was a coach for 26 years, a scout, a player, and a coach in Japan for 26 years. And they're going to say no, Coach O'Malley.
No, she just got over it. We got a nice zoom-in camera right here, right next to us. We're watching Frankel go, and she just jumped right over it. So no out there, no interference.
That's good umpiring, though. I mean, you bring everybody together, and so bases loaded with one out. So a great job for another possible play of the game by by Brenda Frankel for leaping over that. Infield in here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, one out, bases fully loaded of Lancers. Jada Nogay comes up, first pitch, down low for a ball.
And again, Pinkerton very shallow in left field. Boy, this game's had a little bit of everything. And we're only in the 5th.
One and no pitch. This one driven out towards center, right to Hills. Hills will make the catch. Tagging for home is DeSalvo. She will score. It's going to third. Runner is safe at third. Frankel gets to third, sliding in head first as DeSalvo comes home to score. And now Neshannock back in the lead in front. It's 3-2.
Yeah, gutsy calls. A high throw coming in from Micaiah Hills. And that allowed, that's read by Frankel, saw the high throw, and then Coach O'Malley's going to come out and have a UPMC trip to the mound. You can call them at 724-983-7000 for all the Lawrence County locations. But that throw coming in a little high. Originally, Frankel was not tagging from second to third, but with that throw coming in high, she says, I'm getting the third. And the Cardinal sin, you never want to make the last out at third base. Almost did, but a good slide. But Nogay getting the job done with that sacrifice fly. Tigers. I knew I was going to do that once. The Lancers taking a 3-2 lead, and now you have Addie Fry a chance to really break this game open.
Yeah, Frankel has really done it all on the base pads and at the plate. Gets the RBI single, bring in Newman to tie this game at 2.
And there's
jumps over the runner at first, and
the intentional walk.
You knew you saw that one coming.
I didn't.
Well, with Addie Fry up, you just feels like you're going to have to intentionally walk her.
And a courtesy runner coming in for Neshannock. Number 3, that's Ella Skodak, part of the basketball team in Neshannock. I mean, Fry, a dangerous hitter, but Quinn also a danger. And she came in hitting over 400, and she was the second in the home runs.
Quinn is 0 for 2 today.
Well, what a big part of this game right now.
Neshannock in front, 3-2. Bases fully loaded of Lancers. Here comes the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline and fair. 1 run will score. Here comes 2. Skodak will come around third. She stops. She's going to slide in there safely. A bases clearing double by Gabby Quinn extends this Lancers lead now to 6-2.
Yeah, the ball was bobbled a little bit out in left field, and that allowed Skodak, as she came around third, then stopped thinking she maybe went through a hold sign, but did not able to slide in safely. They might have had a chance, but big 3-run double for Quinn.
5 runs scored here in the 5th for the Lancers, and a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, Cardone couldn't come up with that one right down the third base line. We've seen Cardone come up with a couple of them, but that ball was just too hard hit.
1-0 pitch, down low for a ball, now 2-0 to Gianna Paglia.
As yeah, Skodak, I don't know what she was thinking, because she was getting sent around and just like you said, stopped.
I was afraid that she was going to get stuck in a little bit of a rundown.
I have no idea why she stopped.
But
I mean, if she doesn't stop, she's in easily, but nonetheless, she got in. That's all that matters.
2-1 pitch, outside.
Again, a little uncharacteristic Neshannock softball team here today. Not used to seeing them make these mental mistakes, but right now you have a 6-2 lead.
3-1 pitch. This one grounded out to Cardone. Throw on to first in time for the third out. 5 runs come across the score for the Lancers. And what came from a start of the 5th being a 2-1 South Williamsport lead now turns into a 6-2 Neshannock Lancers lead after 4.5 complete here in the Class 2A softball championships.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
Bottom of the 5th inning, a 5-run 5th inning by the Lancers, and then also about 4 hits, an error made by South Williamsport.
And that was the key right there, that error and a force out at second base. That kept things alive, and then everything exploded from there for the
1-0 pitch. This one hit out towards shallow right. Running for it and making that catch is Raina Frengel for the first out.
nice play there by Frengel running out in the shallow right field on the play by Holsample.
What an amazing first inning or 5th inning here for the freshman, bringing in the tying run. And then that spectacular catch running back for it into shallow right field. First pitch hit out towards right field. DeSalvo is there to record the second out.
9 in a row for Fry.
Micaiah Hills will come in.
You got to start feeling a little bit better now about this game with a 6-2 lead. The way Fry's really dialed in.
They only scored on 3-base throwing error.
First pitch calling for a strike to Micaiah Hills.
Yeah, the 2 errors in the same play by Quinn and by Quinn by DeSalvo.
0-1 pitch calling for a strike, make it 0-2 now to Micaiah Hills.
Yeah, the Providence recruit dialed in.
Yeah, under 1 ERA, 80-1 career record for Fry. Spectacular. 0-2 swung on and missed. Strikeout number 11 by Addie Fry. That's 10 straight retired by Addie Fry and the Lancers. We played 5 complete innings. Neshannock up in front 6-2 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Back here for the top half of the 6th inning from Beard Field. First pitch check swung by Biondi, 0-1.
Boy, a really quick inning for the Lancers, and they're right back in the box. Seems like it's a continuation of that beyond the over 2 on the day. I want to thank the Mateo and Sons and by Larry Kelly for today's broadcast.
0-2 pitch to Biondi, grounded out to Cardone, another one to third. Throw into first in time. Cardone's really had all of the softballs getting hit out to her here today.
That's 6 assists now for Cardone. And Mateo Sons and Larry Kelly, they also want to give a shout out to the following sponsors who have helped support our broadcast throughout the playoffs. The law offices of William J. Flannery.
Showing bunt was Newman.
Elite Electric, Castle Security, Mark Waltzer of Keller Williams, and Sansone Baseball Academy, wishing them the best, and Coach Jackie Lash and the Neshannock softball team. Again, without these sponsors, this doesn't happen. There's Newman behind 0-1.
0-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Newman, 0-2. For both teams, this is the 5th appearance in the state championship game. South Williamsport has won 1. They made it in 1989, a 2-0 loss to Stowe Rocks. Made it in 1998 again against Carmichael's. They lost that one 5-2. And then in 2003, this one grounded out to Cardone again at third. Throw on to first.
Why not?
Copy and paste for Kendall Cardone.
Well, Paglia has 3 groundouts to third. Biondi has 2. Now Newman grounded out the third. 7th of the day. That just shows you they're really overly aggressive with that changeup.
First pitch swung on and missed by Gianna DeSalvo for an 0-1. Yeah, so South Williamsport dropped down to Class 1A, and that was their only state championship title in 2003 against Chartiers Houston, an 11-0 win in 5 innings, and then made it back here last year, lost to Neshannock 12-2, and then they're back here for their 5th appearance here today. For Neshannock, first trip was back in 2012 against Warrior Run, a 4-3 win in extras. That one went 8 innings, and then made it back the following year in Class 1A. This one, soft liner, right back to first, caught by Abigail Larson. 1, 2, 3, go down the Lancers here in the top half of the 6th. Neshannock still up in front, 6-2. Here, you've been listening to this radio broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. ACTS can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need to use the lifts. I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call ACTS today.
Back here for the bottom half of the 6th. First pitch grounded out. Diving stop by Biondi. Can't throw it to first, but keeps that one in the infield. A leadoff single by Elizabeth Scholler.
Yeah, good stop there by Biondi, but just can't get back up on her feet. Yeah, don't get comfortable. Like I said, this team's hitting close to 400 on the year. A lot of experience. Lily Reedy stepping in as a part of Seton Hill. A lot of college commits in this team.
First pitch fouled off back into the netting by Lily Reedy.
And she's had a rough day. She's struck out twice.
Yeah, 0 for 2 today.
As I mentioned earlier, she's part of that 100 career hit club.
0-1 pitch fouled off again.
Yeah, 3 on the same team, which you don't hear often. I said, mention just how impressive. I mean, these girls have been playing with each other for 11, 12, probably back in Little League. 8 and 9 year olds probably.
0-2 pitch. This one grounded off the glove of Fry and trickles away for Frengel. Schuler will advance to third. Another base hit here by South Williamsport, and runners on the corners for the Mounties.
Yeah, bad decision there by Fry. That's just instant reaction. You want to go for the ball. The ball's off to her left, and just put the glove up. Should have let it go to second base, and Frengel would have had his force out. But it's just a gut. It's just a reaction. You want to grab that ball, and unfortunately, it hits off her glove. And Frengel's running towards second to get the ball, and then she has to stop. The ball deflects in the right field, and Mounties in business.
First pitch fouled off back to the backstop by Kendall Cardone, the very busy third baseman here today.
Yeah, she can get one into a gap. We're going to have a new ball game.
6-2, Neshannock up in front. Runners on the corners with nobody out. 0-1 pitch, that's outside. Quinn fake throws it back to first.
Cardone with a couple home runs on the air. She has 18 RBIs. 3 triples and 4 doubles, so she has some pop.
Still unable to solve Addie Fry here today. This one popped up, out towards left center, running in for it and making the catch is Nogate. Runner tags from third and will score standing. Now a 6-3 ball game. Now as Scholler comes home to score.
Yeah, Fry had a long way to go for that one, but she was able to make the catch. A good cutoff there by Quinn. It's really, Nogate shouldn't have probably thrown the ball home, but did, and Quinn came up about 15 feet out in front of the plate to cut that ball off to make sure that Reedy wouldn't go down to second base.
First pitch, this one found out of play down the first base side by Sage Larson.
But Nogate trying to show off that cannon that she has. Again, she's playing 10 to 15 steps in the right center field. She's been doing that all day.
0-1 pitch by Fry. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 now to Larson.
Of course, with Nogay, I mean, when you have that kind of speed. Her sister Nalia hit 368 this year at Fordham.
Oh, 2 pitch. This one's fouled out of play.
And Nalia also, where Jaden gets the speed from, Nalia set the school record for stolen bases this year at Fordham with 46.
Oh, 2 the count to Sage Larson. Lily Reedy stands at first with one away. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Big strikeout there. Yeah, we'll get to see Nogay's cousin tomorrow for the Union Scotties in Addie.
Strikeout number 12 on the day for Addie Fry. First pitch, check swung by Abby.
Ooh, say she didn't go.
They appealed down to first.
Very close.
Very close call, but it will be a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Fastball right there down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Neshannock up in front, 6-3. Bottom of the 6th. Runner on first. 2 outs. 1-1 swung on and missed. 1-2 now to Larson. Fry kicks and fires. This one fouled out of play.
So Neshannock trying to win their 100th game out of 101. What a record for these Neshannock Lancers from freshman to senior year.
Yeah.
If they could hang on to this one.
Won the last 99 of 100. 1-2 outside, now 2-2 the count.
It's been a fun dynasty.
Two the count to Abby Lorson. Here's the 2-2. This one fouled off the helmet of Quinn. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, poor Gianna Paglia. She's the backup pitcher. And she's thrown 10 innings and 24 strikeouts in 10 innings, and she's the backup.
Here's the 2-2 by Fry. This one driven out towards center field and in there for a base hit. Rounding second and going for third is Reedy. She's there standing. A 2-out single by Abby Lorson puts runners on the corners for the Mounties.
Yeah, don't go anywhere yet. Don't bring up Hempfield, my friend. Yeah, talking about Hempfield, they gave up 6 runs, 2 out with 2 outs. Lost their semifinal game 6-4 in 6A softball. So anything can happen. Even a quality pitcher.
Maddie Pinkerton in there. First pitch fouled off back, 0-1.
Yeah, Riley Miller off to Kent State, coincidentally, giving up those runs in 6A softball.
One pitch. This one popped up, drifting into foul territory, and this one's going to get out of play.
With Paglia, Fry, Quinn all giving chase. Okay, 0-2 count right now. This is where you want to bear down. I'm not messing around. I'm going right after the number 8 hitter. Forget about trying to paint a corner or everything. Just go after her.
0-2 count. 2 outs. Fry looking for strikeout number 13 and get out of this runners on the corners jam. Here's the pitch. This one lined down the first base side and foul. And a really heavy reaction by the South Williamsport fans.
Reaction by me, too. Wow.
If you are a South Williamsport fan here at the ballpark here today, you would have jumped up out of your seat to see how close that one was. 0-2 pitch by Fry. This one driven out towards center. No guy runs back a little bit for it. She will make the catch for the 3rd out. A huge out there by Neshannock. And now the Mounties only have 3 outs to go to score 3 to tie this game, but we played 6 complete here from Beard Field. Neshannock Lancers up in front over the South Williamsport Mounties, 6-3 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I didn't think that ball was hit that well. I thought it was.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We've played 6 complete innings here in the Class 2A state championship game. Neshannock up in front 6-3 here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I want to remind everybody today's broadcast is brought to you by our powering sponsor, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. SportsNet is one of the dozens of programs run through LCAP, all with the goal of improving the quality of life in around Lawrence County. For more information and to see how you can help out, you can visit lccap.org, lccap.org. They're changing lives.
First pitch fouled off the back of Frengel. At today's audio broadcast, myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Lee Moon, here for both days. 0-1 pitch. Well ahead of that one by Frengel. Swung on, missed for strike 2. 0-2 count now to Brana Frengel. Here's the 0-2 by Schuler. This one popped up down into right field, and that is down for a base hit. Leadoff single by Brana Frengel. It's her second hit today. And it flips the script over to the top of the order.
Nice try there by Lawson. Just came up short on that play. So now you turn the order, a chance to get some insurance here.
Sacrifice bunt by Anderson, puts it down. This one gets out into right field, missed off the glove of Lawson. Frengel will advance to third on the throwing error, and Anderson will stay put at first.
Let's see if they're going to give her a hit here. Let's see what the official ruling is going to be.
Nonetheless, a great sacrifice bunt attempt by Anderson to get it down and get on base. As still waiting on the official call, they will roll it a hit. Scoreboard jumped up from 7 to 8. Runner goes for second. Anderson's in there at second.
So you got a hit, but an E1 on the play, though.
Runners on third and second.
Infield has to play in.
For Jaden Noge.
That's dangerous with Noge up.
Here's the 0-1. This one hit past the glove of Goodman. 1 run will score. Extend the Lancers lead to 7-3. A Toshiba RBI single by Jaden Noge.
Yeah, they won't be able to walk Fry now. And somehow on that play, Anderson got the she stole second, that's right, and then she went down to third. They'll let Fry hit here.
Anderson stands at third, Noge at first with the deadly hitter Natty Fry, as she just holds the bunt down the whole way.
Yeah,
for a strike.
And third base coach and Noge, Coach Noge said, Jaden, why didn't you steal it? That was you're supposed to go. And she didn't go.
Oh, 1 pitch. Down low, that gets away. Noge will break for second. She's in there standing.
That's a wild pitch there.
Now they're walking her.
Yeah, now you're gonna walk Fry.
Didn't want him to walk her. That's why she
And now here's a second intentional walk now.
And probably gonna get her. Skodak will probably Skodak should come in and be the courtesy runner.
She might still play her in the game right there.
Gabby Quinn comes up to bat. She brought in 3 runs on her bases loaded double. She's back up here again in the 7th.
Again, infield in.
Bases fully loaded of Lancers, nobody out.
Wow, left fielder Pinkerton in again.
First pitch grounded down the third base side, but foul. Quinn does have 11 home runs on the season, leads the Lancers. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Schuler kicks and fires. Fouled again by Quinn. 1 and 2. Neshannock up in front, 7-3. Base is fully loaded. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 and 2 now.
So let me just say, our second game might not start at 1:30 with the length of this one going on.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Here's the 2-2, fouled away. We are in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Only 6 more outs to get, depending on what South Williamsport can do in the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah.
Could go more than that,
Yeah.
but guaranteed 6 more outs. Here's the 2-2 to Quinn. Quinn rips this one, diving stop, and everyone's going to advance one. Everyone's home safely. Bases still remain fully loaded. And then now an 8-3 game for the Lancers.
Yeah, we're going to have a pinch hitter for Neshannock as senior Aubrey Ragone is going to check in. Again, if the infield's back, you probably have at least a 4-side at second base. And the infield's still staying in, even with a 5-run deficit.
Aubrey Ragone pinch hitting for Tiana Baglia.
Yeah, 3 for 15 on the year.
First pitch, he grounds this one foul down the first base side. That one started tailing towards foul territory as soon as it left the bat.
Yeah, Paglia with 3 groundouts to third today.
Here's the 0-1. Down low into the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count now.
Nice to see the senior get a chance here.
After the game for the Tri-County Principals post-game show, we will have Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and MVP Insurance Player of the Game. Here's the 1-1. Hit right back to second. Throw on to first in time. A double play. Emma McLaughlin gets the one out on the line drive. Throw back to first to get out Gabby Quinn. Now 2 away here in the 7th.
Boy, Ragone hit it right on the line. But unfortunately, it's just natural reaction there for Quinn. I mean, you're going to be breaking on that line drive.
2 outs now. First pitch grounded down the third base side, but foul off the front of the Neshannock dugout.
Good hit there for Ragone, but unfortunately it is right at the second baseman. So beyond it, let's see if she can knock around out the third here.
Now 8 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors for the Lancers. For the Mounties, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. This one popped up towards left. Pinkerton is there to make the catch out and left for the 3rd out. But 2 runs come across to score here for the Lancers. In the 7th, it's do or die time now for the Mounties, down 8-3. All right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Neshannock in the lead. Just 3 outs separate them in their 4th state championship in school history. First pitch called a strike to Emily Holtzapple.
Yeah, her mother, JJ, played on the Big League Little League World Series back in 1990 and won it back in Arizona, and she won it. So the mother-daughter taking part of softball World Series. How about that? Have a mother-daughter doing that.
That's really impressive what the Holtzapple family has done so far. 0-2 count now to Holtzapple. She fouls this one off, almost takes off the head, I guess, of Gianna Goodman in the on-deck circle. Had to duck for cover on that one. Count will remain 0-2. Addie Fry so far 13 strikeouts here today. Here's the 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 14 today for Addie Fry. Now 1 out here in the 7th. 2 outs now is all the Lancers need. Neshannock 8, South Williamsport 3. Bottom 7, 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch to the top of the order, and Gianna Goodman swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2, a high heater. 0-2 now to Goodman. Oh, 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Oh, 0-2 count to Gianna Goodman. Here's the 0-2. Called, strike 3, dropped by Quinn, throw on to first. Strikeout number 15 for Addie Fry. And now 1 out, now away. Mounties down to potentially their last out.
Addie Fry's been amazing today.
Micaiah Hills stands as the last hope for the Mounties, down by 5 here in the 7th. First pitch, this one's grounded down the third base side, but foul. 0-1. Fourteen strikeouts on the day for Addie Fry. Struck out the first 2 batters of the inning. Fry fires the 0-1, fouled. Now 0-2. Mounties down to their final strike. Kaya Hills 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances. Fry comes set. She kicks and fires the 0-2. This one's popped up. Running back for it. Making the catch by Breda Frengel. The Neshannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Can you say 100, my friend?
100 of the last 101 games have been wins for the Neshannock Lancers. The 3rd state championship for the Lancers here in the last 4 years.
Well, what a run. What a game. What a great effort there by South Williamsport.
1 run, 7 hits, 13 Ks.
What a game here from Beard Field in a back and forth tilt early on. But Neshannock gets it done.
and a celebration line. So, hey, let's take a quick break. We're going to have another radio crew coming in out of here. So let's take a quick break and get a quick recap out of here and come back with the rewards.
Final score, Neshannock 8, South Williamsport 3. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back here for Tri-County Principals post-game show, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Back here from Beard Field at Penn State University. And final score, Neshannock Lancers 8, South Williamsport 3. The 4th state championship title for the Neshannock Lancers. In back-to-back winning seasons, undefeated winning seasons, rather, for these Lancers. So with all that, let's take a look at who has the edge today with our Creative Edge scoring recap. Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. Top of the first inning, Addie Fry lasers a shot out towards center field. A solo home run to give the Lancers a 1-0 lead. That one hit about 235 feet to dead center. And we move on over to the bottom half of the second, 1-0 lead for Neshannock. Lead off double by Sage Lorson, and then a RBI single by Abby Lorson, who comes the whole way around the bases on 2 throwing errors made by the Lancers to make it a 2-1 game. And then move over to the top half of the 5th, and that's where the Neshannock Lancer offense explodes. 5 runs in the 5th inning. Peyton Newman hits a single. DeSalvo reaches on a fielder's choice. Frankel gets an RBI single to tie the game up. Anderson gets another single. And then an intentional walk to Addie Fry loads up the bases for Gabby Quinn. And it's Gabby Quinn who loads one down the third base line. A bases clearing double to make it a 6-2 ball game here in that one. And then we'll go down to the bottom half of the 6th now. We'll flash forward there. Kick it off with 2 leadoff singles by Elizabeth Schuler and Lily Reedy to bring in Schuler, make it a 6-3 ball game. And then in the top half of the 7th, 2 runs come across for Neshannock off of a pair of hits by Anderson and Noguet, an intentional walk by Fry. Then Gabby Quinn brings in another run to make it 8-3. And then really the main story here, you gotta look at Addie Fry and what she did here today, only giving up 7 hits on 15 strikeouts. 0 walks and 3 runs and 7 hits here in this one. And just a spectacular performance for these Neshannock Lancers here today to win back-to-back state championship titles. Now, with Neshannock's win here today, they have become the first WPIAL team ever to post back-to-back winning seasons that resulted in a state title, where both of those seasons they went undefeated in both years. And just a spectacular performance by the Lancers all year around, and especially last couple years now with this dynasty run that they have going on, winning 3 state championships in the last 4 years.
Yeah, how about Coach Jackie Lash? leading the crew. A little unconventional today. Yeah, but they get the job done.
Yeah, so with that, let's take a look at our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. And Lee, you knew who you wanted to give this one to.
Yeah, I think we're going to go to Gabby Quinn. I think the game, Gabby Quinn with that clutch 3 RBI double to really break the game. The Lancers only up with a 3-2 lead in the 5th inning. And then Gabby Quinn, they intentionally walk Addie Fry. We don't want no part of it. Quinn comes up with that big 2-out double to launch 3 runs. So she's going to get a courtesy T-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition of being today's play of the game. Video of today's play of the game may also be featured on Triple Live High School Sports Network standout platform and on Twitter and Instagram. You can view today's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, the full list of this season's top plays. Go online to lcsportsnet.com, click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Gabby Quinn for being today's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Yeah, now for the MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award. And we're going to give it to a freshman.
Why not?
Why not? And Raina Frengel, 2 for 2 today, scored 2 runs.
Plus the key sacrifice.
Plus the key sacrifice bunt. But in the 5th inning, you brought home the tying run to make it a 2-2 game. And then over at second, you leap over the ball to get to second. And then with 1 out, the sacrifice fly. And they end up throwing to third while you're going for third. You slide in there safely, help score the run there to make it a 3-2 game. And then on top of it all for Frengel, she gets to record the final out in this game and give Neshannock the state championship win.
And throughout the nice play she had in the what inning, in the 5th inning too. The lead off the 5th inning, that nice catch she had in shallow right field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what a extraordinary day here for Brena Frengel. So she is going to receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named today's MVP of the game. View the full list of this year's game MVPs. Go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Brena Frengel for being named today's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win.
1 down, 1 more to go tomorrow, my friend, at 11 o'clock. That's 1 for Lawrence County. I hope we can get a second one tomorrow.
Yeah, Union Scotty's gunning for their first state title. They'll be back here from Beard Field tomorrow at 11 a.m. But for now, myself, Tyler Aaron, and Lee Moan.
Good job, my friend.
That's going to do it for us here in another extraordinary season here for the Neshannock Lancers. They win this one 8-3. For all of us here at Lawrence County SportsNet, we say sayonara for now. We'll be back here tomorrow for the Union Scotties 1A softball championship game here. Have a great day, everybody.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.